everyone, it's Ashley and welcome to a new process video. This is a layout for Hip Kit Club and we have had an online crop going on all weekend with challenges and giveaways, and I am up with my challenge and I wanted to do some hand stitching and some machine stitching. So this is the challenge that I have up on the blog, or up on the Facebook page actually I should say, in our member forum. If you haven't had a chance to go over there, you can go on Facebook and ask to join the Hip Kit Club forum and play along with the challenges. I think they're open until Tuesday. I forgot to check and make sure, but I think that you can play along up until Tuesday night and link up your layouts. There'll be some prizes and there's lots of fun challenges from all the design team members. So like I said, mine is stitching, and I wanted to make some hand stitched kind of embellishments to go on my layout. And so you can see here I've just traced some star shapes kind of in a nesting pattern, and I'm going to use some white thread and I'm just going to back stitch each one of those. And I do several, but I'm only going to show you this one so you won't have to watch me stitch every single star. So you get the idea. And once I get the stitching done on all of those, you'll see here I'm going to cut them out so that they will be embellishments on the page. So I'm just going to cut along the edges of those stars there. And I used the April Hip Kit for this layout, and I pulled some of the American Crafts, the Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine. I also use a lot of the Webster's Pages papers that are included, some from the Dream in Color and some from the Happy collection. My main background is the Webster's Pages Happy collection paper, so you'll see that when I get back to it. There it is, yeah. Has the gold kind of, I don't know what you'd call those, I guess diagonal stripies on them. And so I went ahead and pre-cut some of those wide corners because I'm going to do a diagonal look on my page, and I wanted to have those as kind of a guide there at the top and bottom corners to go along with that. And so I'm just going to get those added there to those corners. And I think that one's also the Webster's Pages. Yes, it is, the Dream in Color. And I wanted to use that stripe side, and I wanted to add some stitching right there on both of those. So I just go down that line on the one on top and bottom just to add some texture there to those. And the photo I'm using is of our son. We have an arts and crafts festival every year, and we went back in, I guess, early April, I think it was, or no, March, end of March. And they were giving out some little fireman hats. The fire truck was there, and so of course he had to have one, and the wind was blowing, and I think it blew it off about 50 times while we were there, and we had to stop and pick it up every single time. So I finally got him to sit down and took a picture of him while he was wearing it, and so I wanted to get that scrapped and thought that would be a great picture to go along with the idea of doing the stitch stars, because just for some reason boys and stars go along together on layouts. I don't know why, but they just do. So that's that same paper that I'm just backing my photo with. I'm just using the reverse side that has kind of the wood grain heart pattern on it. And so I'm getting all of my elements in place, kind of where I want the stars. And you can see I'm setting up the diagonal design there. And I wanted to color these wood veneers. I used some color shines, and I just kind of wanted to test it and see how it looked. I just played with it a little bit. I used 2 color shines and kind of mixed those together. I didn't get the exact color that I was going for, but it was close enough that I wasn't really going to stress about it. So I just wanted to do something a little different to those and add some color. So I just kind of sprayed that spray mist there on some white paper and used my finger to kind of spread the color and just kind of mix those two together. And I liked the way it turned out. They weren't the exact teal, but close enough. Close enough that nobody will care and give me a citation for my scrapbook page. So we're going to go with it. And I wanted to cover this since I was doing something with the wood veneers. This is one of the little Heidi Swap wood veneers, and those came with the April Project Life kit. So I just wanted to cover that with the pattern paper, and that's one of the papers from the Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine collection. So I just went along the edges with the craft knife and cut out that excess paper. And I liked the little arrow pattern that came on that paper, so I wanted to use that and just have it kind of pointing toward the photo there. And it also incorporated the star theme because it has the little star opening there. And so I'm just going to use the glue gun. And of course I was using the glue gun and had to put it down and put the cloud on with the zig pen because I can't do one thing at a time. I have to like change around and do something different. So now I'm back to the glue gun, putting the wood veneers on. And for my title, I just wanted to use these gold thickers from Amy Tangerine. I started out with Cute Indeed, and that was what I was going to use, just that by itself. But later on, you'll see that I go back and add the word your at the top. I thought it balanced it out a little better, so it ends up saying You're Cute Indeed. And these are just the little cutouts from the manufacturer strip on one of the Ellie's studio papers that were included in the April kit. And I have found out that it is Ellie's, not L's, because some kind person linked on one of my other videos to a video that Ellie Price did, and she pronounces it Ellie's. So we're going to go with Ellie's from now on, when I can remember, which probably won't be very often because I'm still probably going to say L's. So here I am adding the word your, and I liked that much better because it kind of, like I said, balanced that title out. And so I wanted to go a little more with the star theme, and I had these wood veneers from Studio Calico that I've had pretty much since like the dawn of scrapbooking, I think. That like I bought a bajillion of them so they would never run out. And so I'm going to add some of those to the center of the stitch stars. But before I do that, because I have ADD when it comes to scrapbooking, and now I'm doing something different again, I wanted to add some of these little chevron arrows from that Webster's Pages paper, and that was going to add another stitching element because you'll see that I'm going to go back and use my paper piercer. Here we go, and I'm going to pierce the points of each one of those chevron arrows, and I'm going to add some more hand stitching to those. And I just like that it adds more motion to the page and continues with that diagonal design that I have going on, and brings in some more color, which is always a good thing because I like a lot of color. And I just like to always use some washi tape there on the back to hold the embroidery floss down, because that's another thing that I have plenty of is washi tape. I think ever since I bought my first washi tape, I think I may have used, like, fully used 2 rolls, like completely gone. And that's probably because the kids wasted like half of it. So they like never run out. They last forever. So now I'm finally back putting the little wood veneer stars there in the center. And I'm going to add some black color shine here to finish it out. And if you would like to play along, like I said, just visit the Facebook page for the Hip Kit Club member forum, and you can play along with us and get some layouts completed for National Scrapbook Day weekend, we'll say. So thanks for joining me, and here you'll see the full layout again, and I hope you've all had a good weekend. Thanks for watching.